So, Bill Maher has been doing a little bit of a good job of waging media warfare against MAGA. And Byron Donalds, a weirdo who voted for the maintaining of Confederate... Let me remind y'all, Byron Donalds is a black man. This is a black man who voted for the maintaining of Confederate statues in the Capitol. What the f*** is wrong with this guy? I mean, I understand that Republicans have now turned into a guzzling, meat-munching, gargling cult, but some level of morals, as many black people have served in our nation valiantly and honorably, Republicans still thought it was appropriate to maintain Confederate statues in the Capitol, and Byron Donalds found himself counted among them. What a weirdo. But apparently, he was on Bill Maher's show, and Bill Maher confronted him with facts and logic, and Byron Donalds was just sitting there like, Bill had him in a bad spot. I ain't gonna lie. Bill had the boy in a bad spot.
Here's the things that bother me about him. I know no politician is perfect. I can let a lot of shit go.
Right.
But one, he doesn't concede elections. That's always going to be a deal breaker for me. Does not concede elections and has gotten all you guys to pretend that they won the last election. Two, he just lies. Like he doesn't even care or know what he's lying about. I have a list just from last night. The election was stolen. No, it wasn't. Crime is up. Crime is down. Worst inflation ever. It's been 23. It's 3. The people coming, illegals have killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. 107% of new job.
I want to remind y'all, the reason why Trump does this is because he has nothing else to run on. When Joe Biden resigned from being the nominee today, all Trump could talk about is millions of criminals and insane people coming over the border. That's it. That's all he could do is talk about the border. That's it. That's why Donald Trump had to tank the border bill in Congress, because without the border problem, the boy wouldn't have anything to run on. He deprived America of a secure border just so he could have a chance of running for president, because he has nothing else to offer besides hatred. All he has to offer is stripping gay folks of their rights, non-Christians of their rights, women of their rights, and I'm sure when radical conservatives get comfortable enough, they're coming for blacks too, then Hispanics and everyone else. That's all he can run on. So of course Trump has to sit there and just make shit up, Trumpite fan fiction. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump runs off of fan fiction. That's literally his favorite thing to do, is just make shit up. And it works every time. Trump's fan base are like little lemmings. If Trump says run off that cliff, they'll all do it. They don't believe in anything but him. It's actually sad. Grown adults decked out in Trump gear. Like, bro, y'all got kids, bills, a driveway. What y'all dressed like? What the fuck y'all grown dressed like this? What's going on with you?
Aliens. I mean, you were in the hall. You heard this shit. It doesn't bother you that he just, whatever he thinks should be the reality is the reality that he then espouses, even though you know it's not. That doesn't
What he
bother
talks about is what Americans are feeling every single day, no matter what city in the country you're talking about.
So facts don't matter.
Inflation.
Yeah, I mean, conservatives have now become the party of feels before reals. Feelings are now the chief thing for conservatives now. But see, the reality is it was always going to be this way, because conservatives love to play this game of we're not sensitive and we prioritize facts, but that's just not true. That's not true. Conservatives think they're above everything. That's why they're voting for Trump. They don't think they can ever be lied to. They don't think they can ever be led astray. You know, one of the things that works so well on them is they're so the most basic of propaganda. The establishment doesn't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't want to take care of you. Then you come to find out these anti-establishment populist politicians who are here to save the American people from the disgusting, apathetic, and evil grip of the establishment. You come to find out these morons like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert have been voting against legislation for people in their own districts, voting against it, and then when establishment Republicans and establishment Democrats get it passed, they then take credit for it. Come to find out, Lauren Boebert has only gotten one piece of legislation passed in her career. She's a bum. She's a bum. That's like a 20-5 record in MMA. She's a bum. Bomb! Like, what is going on? They sell MAGA voters this dumb shit. This dump of, oh, you know, the establishment doesn't care about you, but we care. And then, when it comes time to actually get things done for your literal constituency who voted for you, now all of a sudden you're not interested in signing. Because I won't cooperate with Democrats. Because now it's cool to not cooperate with representatives from other states. Now it's cool to not cooperate with your fellow congressmen. Now it's cool to engage in this zero-sum, winner-takes-all scenario in which we all can't win. Only Republicans, specifically MAGA meat munchers, can win. MAGA dick riders, cum guzzlers, cock riders. Only y'all can win. It's sick. And Byron Donald says that's what millions of Americans are feeling. That's called being retarded. Millions of Americans are retarded. They're being finessed. I'll never, ever, ever understand why conservatives think they're special. Blacks engage in victim mentality. You think y'all can engage in victim mentality? Y'all think y'all are special? You think you're special. Liberals believe whatever the media tells them. Y'all have been getting finessed by Gump for the last 4 years. This nigga lies about everything. Everything. And y'all never believe anybody when they try to tell you. Liberals could try to tell y'all in the nicest way possible you're being lied to. And, no. The establishment hates Trump. It's like, oh my God, like Trump could literally do anything and y'all will never listen. It's funny because Trump himself has been sowing the seeds of this for years. Fake news, fake news. So even when Trump's hand is caught in the cookie jar, his own voters won't believe it because fake news. It's crazy. And now we've dealt with the seeds have now grown into disgusting vines. Just all over Trump supporters that can't even break free, and they're happy. They're happy to be caught up in these fucking vines of lies and deceit. They're happy. They don't want to be released. Pause. They're happy to be there. They're happy to be there. They have no intention of being released from these lies. They're more than happy to be suspended up in the air, disconnected from any form of reality, unrooted from any form of reality. They're proud of it. Super proud. And Byron Donald sitting there talking about something. It's what millions of Americans are like. And look at how timid he was. How soft he was. He wasn't ready for Bill Maher to do that. He wasn't fucking ready. But this is exactly what liberals need to do. Is bring these conservatives on your show and then pop them in their motherfucking mouth. Not literally, okay? No violence. But verbally, rock them. Bring them onto your shows and eviscerate them. Destroy them. Light them up. Byron Donalds had not a single response. He had nothing to respond to in terms of January 6th, and every single conservative pundit and politician is incapable of defending Trump as it pertains to the election was stolen. They can't even defend it. They're all liars. They're all liars. It's just the truth. This is what millions of Americans are feeling every day. They went from browbeating everybody about feelings and facts, and now when they're confronted with the facts, well, millions of Americans are feeling this every day. Trump could tell y'all to worship the devil, and y'all might do it. Y'all might do it. I don't know for sure. It's possible some of y'all might do it. Talking about some of what millions of Americans feel every day. Boy, that nigga Trump got y'all in a chokehold. Y'all grown. I knew this was not going to be an easy battle. When I saw the January 6th footage and grown folk had Trump hats on, Trump shirts on, like, y'all are grown-ass adults idolizing a grown-ass man. Some of y'all got kids and bills, driveways, and y'all talking about Trump. Y'all got Trump shirts on, grown-ass adults. Lord have mercy. And then when confronted with Dump's lies, now all of a sudden it's what millions of Americans are feeling every day. We've come full circle. The right has turned into the lunatic association that they've been like pretending that they weren't for so long. You know, they used to make fun of liberals for being so crazy and blue-haired and blah, blah, blah. And now they've become the very thing they used to make fun of. It's just the truth. It's true. You all have become a cult. You all have become an organization of lunatics who are loyal to one man and one man only. Alyssa Farrah Griffin said something incredibly interesting. Alyssa Farrah Griffin reminded me of something that pulled me away from the Trump shit. She said, "We are a nation of laws and not men." And conservatives have forgotten that. You have prioritized a man over this nation's laws, and it will not end well. And y'all will not succeed either. This type of shit never succeeds in history. It has its time in the sun, but it never wins, and we all know this to be true. For those of you who know in your heart of hearts this Trump shit is a bad idea, I welcome you aboard. We're all Americans at the end of the day. Okay? We are all Americans. It just blows my mind that Donald Trump, after every lie, every backstab he's done to his own supporters, that they still support him. There's nothing worse than a backstabber, nothing worse than a traitor. And that's what Donald Trump is, not only to the United States of America, but also his own supporters. Because that man knew for a month and a half before January 6th, read the indictments, he knew for a month and a half that the election was not stolen, and still tricked his supporters into raiding the Capitol, and he got someone killed. That sickens me. Using your supporters as battering rams against democracy, getting one of them killed. Maybe it's time to walk away. I let my ego and arrogance get ahead of me. Maybe it's time to step away. I caused someone's death. Instead, what we get is the utmost amount of unrepentant arrogance, and he's back to try to win the presidency again. I encourage all of you to hunker down and vote blue.